Hello everybody 皆さんこんにちはミッチーです。今日もディスコエリシアムを続けていきます。この人に喋ったことなかったんだよね。ちょっと喋ってみましょ
う。You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
Sileng? どうやって発音するんだ？
The name Sileng is embroidered over his breastplate.
Sileng. Thank you, Perception.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
Really? What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
Am I cool?
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Bang, bang, bang. He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air. どうも。
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
おいばまあ俺もやるか。手で銃を作ってバンバンバン。
Don't shoot, officer! Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
A shakedown.
Good one, officer! You're a funny guy! Now what can I do for you?
He nods towards his shabby wares. ちょっとインドっぽいアクセントだね。This isn't a joke. Give me your money. I need money. ダメ。本当にお金強盗しちゃダメだよ。Just kidding. I'm really here to shake you down for some answers to official police questions.
Then fire away, officer.
Red Thought gained finger pistols. Then fire away, officer. He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on, getting comfortable. 58% か。まあ、やってみるしかないよね。Rhetoric。まあ、途中で着替えるのがあんま好きじゃないんだよな。一応、あれ今のマイナス1だっけ？マイナス1だね。ダメだ。Rhetoric。プラス1できないね。あと、Thought。Finger pistols. Temporary research bonus -2 several fire. Snapping doesn't help. You were promised a gun, that much is certain. This is why you became a cop. Yet here you are, loitering around with idle hands like some sorry-ass loser from the street. Suddenly you are supposed to be solving cases by, what, like talking to people? How are they going to believe that you can protect yourself and them from savages without a firearm? This ain't right. You need to think around this problem, and you need to snap your fingers at people as you do. まあ銃がないからどうやって仕事しろって言うんだよ。実際に人と話さなきゃいけないのかみたいな。どうやって事件解決するんだって。フィンガーピストルこれ極めたらどうなんだろう。まあとりあえず
Start with a little compliment
今回
and
はちょっ
work your
と
way up from there.
運いいかもしれ
This
ない
is
ね。
about business, remember.
You seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay.
The man
But
stops,
why, officer?
his face suddenly serious. Think of it as an investment. 何本当に寄付してくれって騙そうとしてんの？
An investment? What kind of investment?
He raises a brow, intrigued. It's an investment in me, highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane. Probably true. I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with RCM. It's an investment in your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man. 2番でいこうか。 警察との友好関係を築く感じ。
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
1 million real.
Officer, do I look like a drug lord? I don't have that kind of money.
じゃあ10.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
He takes a 10 note from a leather pouch. Thank you, sir.
Corruption.
What are you talking about, Kitsuragi? Just doing some honest work here. So, Sealing, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives.
本当かな?
Unless you're into drugs, of course. In
やっぱり。
which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
どうしようかな。I am super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
持ってねえのか。本当かな。
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
一応持ってないみたいだね。We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam. あ、そうだね。この、渋滞の中で誰がドラッグを運んでるか、密入してるか探さないといけない。
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
まあ自分はドライバーじゃなくてもいろいろ見てるんじゃない？何か情報あるでしょう？
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
俺の方がもっと嘘つきだから、嘘をつくのうまいから、わかってるぞ。お前嘘ついてるなって。But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry. あれ？そうだっけ？
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
レイシストのやつ？
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think. 嘘ついてんな。
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me. My source tells me you're the one transporting drugs. So you forgot to tell me?
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
お前記憶力ないな。ひどいな。もう忘れるんだったら。お前ドライバーだったんだろ。Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
怪しい。
What crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
The drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
It wasn't some drug crowd. You know who they are. Tell me now. You're wasting my time. Tell me who the fuck is transporting the drugs here. Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff. お、確かに自分のものじゃないよな。脅してみるか。
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
本当にお前じゃないのか。でも、怪しい奴らは知ってそうだよね。
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table.
お、
Zoom in on it.
なんかちゃんと警官探偵っぽいことしてるよ。スキルが助けてくれてるよ。ドラマとロジックと、If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on. We're buddies, Siling. Help us out. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver.
Lady
You're
driver.
better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Lady ってあんまりいないけど、一番最初にセクハラした人？
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
ハーディーボーイズの連中？ Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point to the... あのぼーっとしてる女性の人？ Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
He's not ruling her out.
彼女じゃなくはない。Who are these other drivers?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
もう情報得られなさそうだな。
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
この人口車うまいな。Where are you from, Ceiling?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All reversal.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
You're from the Apricot Suzerainty, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
ちょっとなんか、悪い言い方だったか。レブショーが、乗っ取ってたんだ、一時期。Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that you're from Seaguy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Right, but isn't it only a shithole because of Revachol?
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me.
Okay, I'll leave it to you for now. Leave you to it for now. こんにちは。
You see two lowly, defeated speakers,
Speakers?
thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Speaking of luxury, you should go over and ask about paying for those sneakers with your net
なん
worth.
で
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super rare,
50
super fine, super cool.
ないそう。
Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness.
My
Fun ultra. Wear the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine.
あら、+1 reaction speed, +1 hand-eye coordination. いいじゃん。
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
なんでスニーカーにスピーカー見て欲しくないの But I already looked at the sneakers.
Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market.
Can't I just buy the sad Concord Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers.
もしかして
Low-fi socialist junk.
中になんか隠してんじゃない? That's why I want them. I think I might be low-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them...
あ、絶対高額言うんでしょ。
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
ああ、別に置き台として欲しいだけなのか。
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
でもスピーカー何かに使えそう。わかんないけど。
You keep coming.
If he really wants to save the economy, he'd let you pay
これは
with
安いよ
net
ね。
worth.
安いっていうか。
Go over and ask him if you can.
Everything's still...
Okay.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
サングラスか。
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
Rummage through the box.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic.
何も
The
意味
kind
な
of
いの。
plastic that melts in the sun.
ガラクタ、安物ばっかり。
Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
本当かな。お、これまた 58%。Try again, maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses in the box. お、よし。2 out of 2。今日はいいぞ。I see. A pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says, Sub-insulindic rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses. なんで? Try them on.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue.
何? スタイルいいの? 青いらしいけど。
All right, but these actually make your vision worse.
見えない。
It's like literally being underwater.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
The street vendor has picked up his pace again as you observe the world through deep sea-tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 reals. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
何? ステータス何? Kim, what about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Ray Charles的な? Perception, -1 perception +1 Inland Empire. -1 perception. いやー、perception マイナスしたくないな。Give me those shades you recommended.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and
これ
chafing
ダメージ
against
食らい
your
そうだよ。
brow.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things.
バカらしいサングラ
No,
ス。
you are definitely not buying those.
Don't tell me what to do, Kim. I like those sunglasses.
No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay, fine. Go ahead. If you want to look like a walking midlife crisis, then who am I to interfere?
でも、そんな悪くないんじゃない+1 electrochemistry, -1 logic. Electrochemistry. ドラッグね。まあいいや。じゃあおばさんに話す？てかこれは？これは何？ここはあれ？ここ来たっけ？あ、なんか買い物したとこだよね。
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense Zweihanders.
あ、Man from him だ、+1 physical instrument, +1 shivers, -2 authority. Authority もうないんだよ。なんか完全に舐められキャラだよね。Authority が低いと。
A typical Martinez streetlight sits
700
among assorted floor and table lamps.
700。マジですか。
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tips of your toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
ラジカセみたいなもんだよね、ブームボックス。The Stereo approved machine here
is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
あ、12は買える。Equip this to play tapes. Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
じゃあ壊れてない
That's odd.
とは言
Why
ってる。
doesn't he like music?
Don't like music? What do you like then?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturnal animals climbing on the roof. Airship rotors. That kind of thing.
あんたフォーリーアーティストかなサウンドエフェクトが好きなのかな
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
Could this device come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
テープあるかなカラオケのために使えそうだ。
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with
I
anything.
wanted to ask about my missing gun again. Again?
Sure thing.
Have people come from Everett Clare's Union come here to track that gun?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
あれ、銃はここで売られたんだっけ？
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
本当に手伝ってんの？いやでもそっちが先に見つけたらそれをなんだろうブラックメールとかに使うんじゃない？
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Thank you.
Sure, man.
Okay, let's go. Mm-hmm. あとはその女性に話せる。これはまだ
A
何もでき
crumpled
ない。
billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open. A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle. This panel usually closes the
これは
water,
まだ壊れてんだよ
turning
ね。
it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal.
こ
But
の
there's a crashed Samaran butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do
サイ
anything.
ン、サインが邪魔だから。
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Nothing happens.
いやいや、壊さない
The
で。
spring brings the... Wasn't there a sign?
OK。女性ドライバーに話しましょう。Hangman。Net。あ、ミディアムだって。ミディアムはいけそうなんじゃない？ Samaran butter。ミディアム。これ、ネックネックスタンドがどこなのかわかんないね。Delta Logistics Company. Nothing to see here. Oh, 女性の人にドライバーに話しかけましょう。どこだっけ？ここは。いたいた。なんかずっとぼーっとしてる人だよね。
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Alright, are you the lady driver? わかんないよ。
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
Herife? Well, aren't you a lady?
The woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout.
やめて、やめて。
I'm a lady like you are Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams.
So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of.
I'm only terrifying to small children.
あれなん
To
か経験
those
値も
who
ある。
used to know me.
みんながこの女性ドライバーに怯えてるってさっきの人言ってた感じなのか。でも私、怖がる人は子供だけだよみたいな。
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
と私を知っていた人たちみたいな。Why are you scared to the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
はあ。昔の知り合いは私に怯える？私を見て以前の自分をがなんだろう見当たらないっていうかあなた同じ人なのみたいなThen who is the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to? Oh, Sim.
The woman stares at you, her mind elsewhere now, on other matters. じゃあ、ハーディーボーイズの人か、そのセクハラした女性。ドラッグは誰のためにやってんだっけ？これは Everclear のために探してんだっ
Stuck
け？
in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
お、知ってるみたいだね。I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved with the drug business. Why, do you know something? What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
もうここにいない？Who's she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
It's true. We would of course a lie. But a kind heart is tricky. Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
まあ確かに隠してたよね、情報。Who's this person? What's her name? 言わなさそうだな。
Thank God I don't know.
Huh?
People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too.
名前は秘密にしてた
Now
ん
I see
だ。でもこの人はその人を気に入ってたみたいだね。この渋滞の中で彼女としか打ち明けられなかったみたい。What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blonde?
Blue and violet.
Blue and violet.
Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
髪の色はしょっちゅう変えてる。
Then she may have dyed it again.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
何？なんかみんな彼女を怯えている？でもこの人は彼女が気に入っている。
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
でも今の感じだと彼女はなんか逃げてる感
I
じだよ
don't
ね。
believe you.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
あ、なんか自殺しそうな感じ？
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
彼女に怯えてなくて、彼女のことを心配してた？逆に。
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
あ、なんか打ち明けてくれてるじゃん。今考えるとドラッグ密入してたかもしれない。確かに。でも人生のこと話してたって。Her mind とか。Her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one.
Raceman?
Wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances. And he's okay with others ratting her out.
おー、この rhetoric って結構便利だね。あれ今ポイントある？ポイントないよね。あるの？最初は友達って言って、そしたら、まあ知り合いって言って、そしたら、今は他の人だったら、他の人にチクらせたらいいじゃんって言ってるよ。So you're alright with others ratting her out, you just don't want your hands dirty?
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too.
Force Tommy って force できるの？Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation too. It's important. いや、これは、ちょっと他のドライバーに最初喋ってみよ
う。Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes too.
また、最終手段にまた戻ってこよう。レーシスト野郎に話に行こう。こいつ。
Hello, compatriote. You have something to discuss?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Sealang didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another honest lorryman's job. You know.
His smirk turned into a suspicious grin. この人がシーレンが怪しいって言ったのかな。もうずっと前だったから覚えてない。探偵なのにダメだね。でも実際に何かはしてたでしょって。その企業の物を盗んで売り飛ばして。
I don't think you're as down with our fight as you'd like me to believe, brother. Why is the saffron man still there? Talk to him. I don't know anything.
And why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does the lady driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
おー、なんかマフィアみたいなのいるんだ。ラプタマルって結構悪い言葉じゃないマルはマダーだよね。
Yeah, him.
The motherfucker みたいな感じ。なんだろう。でもhimなの。Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Peons のこと？
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
おー、うまいうまい。すごい脅し方。いや、マフィアはね、いろんな組織に、その、ネズミっていうか、潜り込んでるの知ってるだろうって。警察にもいるかもしれないぞって。
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
黙っとこう。
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
うまい。お前ら警察、いや、お前らがそのマフィアだったら、ドラッグが盗まれてるのを調査するのおかしいだろって。もちろん俺たちはそのピオネーズじゃないよ。でももしそうだったら、もしね、誰かがマーレイから盗んでるんだったらそれを探すのが仕事だって。
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
怖くないって。でも怖がってるよ。なんか動揺してるよ。
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
確かに。殺された人はユニオンに守ってもらわなかったね。
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
42%. Saw you snooping cabin, Ken's Bluff Occidental Alliance. やるか。よ
Men
し。
like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
勢いで押せ。I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life. I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down. You hear me? What's your name, fuckhead? I'm gonna go on police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off. こっちだ。
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
言った。緑の車、ローリー。
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Right, I'm gone. なんか久しぶりになんか進んだ気がするよ。Green Lorry Past the Monument これか？これだ。
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
Contemporaire.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers.
窓の中覗いても特になんもないよな。
Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them.
ポスターがいくつかある？裏の窓に貼られている。Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
ハンドルは最近取り替えられてる。
There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
鍵ピックされないようにか。How are we gonna get this open, Ken?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
プライバー、あれもう持ってる。でも、多分、弱すぎるぞ。Physical instrument。これでやってみるか？ Save。
This screen found A to Z contemporary is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. Prybar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the prybar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
The window appears to be shatterproof.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
He takes the pry bar from you and gestures for you to step back. Then with a little warning,
he smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
俺が弱いだけか。Shatterproof じゃないよって。開けてもらった。Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
Okay,
The
open the
smell
door.
of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
いや、これ絶対セクハラ女。こっちがセクハラしたんだけど。絶対その、Whirling in Rags にいるタバコ吸ってる女だよ。Cigarettes and perfume.
There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Admire the posters?
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century.
古い映画のポスター。
One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of ambrette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Ambrette ってなんだろう。なんかの匂い。Stop and wonder what's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably granate number 5.
鋭いな。パーフュームには詳しいのか。じゃあこの匂いを彼女と比べましょう。Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
結構有名な俳優さん。若く死んだんだ。What happened?
She wasted away in a drug den called Door to the River. Not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
ドラッグで亡くなった。なんか、でもレバ町の人なんだ。Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm
Examine the
what
radio.
looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
怪しい。
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
What about the Speed Freaks FM? Is it one of the save stations here? これキスラギさんが好きなやつだっけ？
No, that's on 78.9.
やっぱり。
What? I happen to have committed
Avoided.
the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
何ここからいろんなラジオに通信してるってこ
A
と
20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
The ghostly actresses
鍵が必要
and the rusty
Check
toolbox
the
help
pedals.
you wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
全部もらいましょうツール
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole. おー、賢い。サンドペーパー多分アクセルのペダルに滑らないようにつけてるけど、そしたら靴も削れてるんじゃないかと。
Yes?
He likes where this is going. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other. おー。じゃその人も一緒に吊るしたの？現場にいたって、その足跡が片方違ったって。
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lens. Wait, the missing eighth Hardy? あ、8人目ってことか。She's also the one running the drug trade. A woman. Always up to something. Wait, the missing eighth Hardy here?
Looks like her, yes.
And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful.
Now we know for certain who's the missing eighth person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
あれ、ジョイスは何て言ったっけ？だから、ユニオンがやってるのか、ユニオンと別なのか。This would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions.
Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the center console,
peel
and
off the cover on the passenger
a
seat.
stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
The lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares. 地図があるね。
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South.
あれ？ The Old South. ここにドラッグを運んでるとか？
Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the mass of brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
今その高速運転してるの想像してんだね。Where does the road lead?
To Kuron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
下水道の地図。
Wind rips through the empty hallways of the once great military hospital, now just a ruin under an overgrown park. Beneath the hospital, great sewer tunnels hum and vibrate with life of their own.
What is that sound?
The rattle of motor carriages and lorries driving through long forgotten tunnels, lit by gaslights.
すごい想像力だね。結構大きい下水道だな。車が通れる、トラックが通れる。ロリーズってトラックのこと？なるほど。そこでドラッグを運んでるってことか。Third map.
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake.
なるほど。この881の高速道路とから、サービストンネルと、下水道で運んでるってことか。
These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
So it would seem. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where does the contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
Besmerti って何？
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol.
またギャングか。
With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
Who do you think is behind this?
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect.
マフィア。ユニオンじゃなくてマフィアじゃないかと。
Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved. Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
The stack of maps looks just like before.
Okay, let's pull out the
Barely
toolbox.
notice a metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
新聞に何が入ってる？
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
なんだろう。Ulan frequency system.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. You close the rusty old lorry door.
また新しい通信方法？
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Okay, let's talk.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found. So we don't do it in front of the company, right?
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
あれ、ドラッグを調べてるのはジョイスのためにやってんだっけ？ユニオンのためにやってんだっけ？覚えてません。
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
金が絡んでるね。
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
今の見つけた内容ではもうすでに警察がね、関わっててももっと関わっててもいい感じだけど、してないってことは何か裏がある。Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
So it turns out this is connected to the union.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them to other ends as extra ammunition.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
What about the movie posters?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile.
Yes, well...
Okay.
Debrief over. After.
よし、気になる人物3人。パーティーボーイズと、あれガールミネどうしたジョイスと、そのタバコ女。
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
The racist told us where our cabin is. We only searched it.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who tell on her. But is she in trouble?
Sorry, man. I can't disclose the facts of an official investigation to you.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
The last thing we need is more civilians. I really don't know.
Damn. I always wonder to watch yourself. Man. Nothing to do now, I guess.
あれもう諦めた。心配だって言ってるのに。まあ仕方ないな、みたいな。
Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
The home. Good luck with that,
Yeah,
Tommy.
you too.
余計なことすんなよ。よし。じゃあ今日はここで終わりたいと思います。次回、探偵っぽいことをどんどんやっていきましょう。では、今回もご視聴ありがとうございました。Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.